Hello, Cancer. Welcome. I'm Ryan. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading for you may be dealing with and what they're up to. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel, the personalwithryan Tarot. She's read for you as well. Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on. Wow. What is that about? That's why. Goodness, okay. Jumping into this, Cancer. A little bit of an interesting energy there. A little bit, I'm not gonna say indecisiveness, but for some reason they kind of present this, something's just not sitting right with them. Right away there's considerations of everything they got going on for themselves, but I kind of feel like what they're wanting is there's a little bit of searching for what else is out there regarding their financial situation. And what's interesting right away is there's definitely some sort of financial opportunity that opens up and presents itself to them. They discover this. I feel like they kind of discover or uncover or find it, but immediately they're kind of like, no, not it. Don't know what that's about. It's very quick, it's very abrupt, and they're like, I need a little bit more time to myself to kind of think and figure out where I'm truly at and what I truly want. And now they're kind of going through the emotional process of disappointment, upset. I don't know what that's about. But not only that, there's also a lot of anxiety and stress because they do know that they got to do something here to kind of maintain or upkeep something. This is definitely regarding their position, their work, their career, what they've accomplished and done for themselves. I don't know what that's about, but they know they're going to have to be responsible and do something. But for some reason, it's like they don't, how do I say this? They don't like any of the options or the possibilities of what they can kind of run with here. Interesting. They're doing something either way, though. They're doing something either way. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. Wait, what's that? Goodness gracious, that is clear. What is that about? Interesting. Okay. Okay, we'll go with it. We'll kind of see what this is about. One more. Oh, jeez. Oh, goodness gracious. And then there's that. A little bit dramatic, but we'll go with it and kind of see where this takes us. They know they got to make changes regarding everything they got going on, but at the same time, they're also kind of taken back by the situation because they kind of feel like things aren't necessarily going anywhere. They're not progressing. Things aren't changing for the better. They're trying to formulate and come up with some sort of possible plan or strategy here, but ultimately they're wanting to kind of like, they're wanting to check that with someone. They're like, it's a plan, it's an idea. I've thought about this, but do I want to do this? Do I not? They're moving forward with it either way. I kind of feel like what they say is, I'll just wing it. They are putting together some sort of plans. They do have some sort of vision in mind, but ultimately they're kind of like saying, do I really want to do this? So once again, they're kind of going through their own process of like, is this a good enough plan? Is this really what I want? I don't know. There's a whole lot of second guessing oneself, to say the least. And then it gets weird. This is where I'm like, and then it gets really weird. It's an energy of someone who kind of is like I'm not going to say they're purposely a drifter or a wanderer, but slightly. There's an energy here regarding work, career, and finances, and I'm not too sure exactly what's going on with this, because what I'm looking at is all of a sudden when their attention goes to work, there's definitely some sort of new passion here between them and someone else. Excuse me, drink responsibly. And now, psychologically speaking, they're like, I don't know what to do about this. And they're kind of tiptoeing around it, and they're kind of like, well, great. Is there something like, is there some form of happiness and fulfillment here, or is there not? They're kind of like saying that there's a possibility of it. But like I said, there's a possibility of it. But because of their situation and their circumstances, there's still problems and issues in the way. And that's what I was kind of wondering. It's like, you show me that, but it's like, you show me that you get distracted with someone while trying to kind of figure out your own shit. Oh, goodness. Yeah, there are problems and issues. That's what's interesting. It's like they get distracted and they're kind of like, well, they make me happy. Now it's time to go back to Cancer and let's talk about the issues between us and let's figure out what we can do to make things work. I'm trying not to judge, but it just doesn't seem very progressive. It doesn't seem like it's very beneficial to kind of distract yourself when you got much bigger issues to take care of. And even with the two of you, Cancer, trying to figure out this together, they're like, I don't know, I feel like I'm spinning my wheels here. They're like, mentally, it's just kind of like they're one, Jesus. They're wondering why it's not going anywhere. It's like, you think? It's because you're focused on, lust and passion over here with someone else. But they're kind of like, well, I'll try to give it some time and see how I feel about this. I don't know exactly how I feel about this, but let's just focus on moving forward. It's like, okay, let's focus on moving. Yeah. And they know it because ultimately they don't care. And that's what I was kind of wondering. It's like, nah, really? You think? They're showing me like, oh, it's very heartbreaking. It's like, is it though? Because as soon as that pain shows up, you're like, I don't care. That's how fast they move on. That's a bounce. What's that called? The violent bounce. It's like, and this is crashing, this is going down, and then they kind of just keep it moving. I don't know if that's a rebound being set up or what that is, but of course, if you are dealing with anyone, you could be dealing with a fire sign, a water sign, an earth sign, and that is all.